It was Saturday morning at the academy, and in Spike's room the lone male student was tidying up, until he heard a knock at his door. "Who is it?" Spike asked. "It's Fluttershy, Spike," came Fluttershy's voice from outside. Spike went to the door to unlock it, and let Fluttershy in. "Come in." "Thank you. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Just doing a little cleaning is all," Spike admitted, as Fluttershy took a seat on the sofa. "So what brings you by?" "Well, I was wondering if you had any plans for today," the girl asked. Spike looked at her curiously, which made her feel uneasy, until he answered, "Well, I don't have anything specific planned. If anything, I was planning on reorganizing my comic books, but I can do that any day, so I'm free." Fluttershy's eyes widened in joy. "Really?" she asked a little too enthusiastically, and cleared her throat. "I mean, wonderful. Did you have something in mind?" Spike asked curiously. "Well, I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner with me tonight," she asked. "So you want me to go on a date with you?" "Yes, would you?" Fluttershy pleaded. "Sure thing," Spike answered with a smile. Fluttershy smiled brightly and hugged Spike. "Thank you, Spike. I really appreciate it." The two broke their embrace. "So what did you have in mind for dinner?" Spike inquired. "I was thinking perhaps pizza. And afterward a walk in the park. If that's okay with you," Fluttershy suggested. "It's perfect," Spike answered. "I'm glad. Shall we be ready at 5 today?" "Delighted." "Thanks again." Fluttershy pecked his cheek and left his room. Spike felt the spot on his cheek and smiled. "Sweet." So both Spike and Fluttershy got ready, until it was 5. Spike was dressed in sneakers, blue jeans, a black shirt and a long-sleeved purple shirt over it left unbuttoned. He left his room and knocked on Fluttershy's door. The door opened and Spike saw Fluttershy dressed in sneakers, jeans and a green wool sweater. "You look wonderful, Fluttershy." Fluttershy looked flustered, but answered with a smile. "Thanks, Spike. You are really nice too." Spike smiled. "So shall we get going?" He offered his hand. Of course, Fluttershy took his hand, and the two left. Later that day, the two were out in the city and at their local pizza cafe. As they were enjoying their pizza, they were making conversation. "So what do you think your plans will be for spring break?" Fluttershy asked. "I'm glad you asked," Spike replied. "See, I've been talking with my Uncle Scorpine these last few days, and he's been thinking of inviting me up to his beach house." "That sounds fun," Fluttershy admitted. "Yeah, but you know what would make it better?" Spike asked. "What?" Spike smiled. "If you and the rest of the Rainbooms join me." Fluttershy's eyes widened and asked, "You mean it? Wouldn't be much fun up there if it were just me. I find it better to enjoy things with your friends." "That's so thoughtful of you. I would definitely come, and I'm sure Twilight and the others would too." "Yeah, I'll tell them the news tomorrow, but for now let's just enjoy dinner," Spike said as he put some hot sauce on his slice. "Spike, that's an awful lot of hot sauce. Are you sure your mouth will be okay?" Fluttershy asked in worry. "You tasted my dragon stew, Fluttershy. If I can handle my family recipe, then this won't be a problem for me," he assured her. "Okay," Fluttershy said, as she watched Spike eat his slice, and as he said, "Wasn't affected by the hot sauce so much," she thought to herself. "Spike, so bold as to downing so much hot sauce. He must really have a fireproof stomach. There's so much about him that just leaves me mystified." After dinner, the two students were walking through the park looking like a happy couple, until they decided to stop and sit on a bench. As they sat, Fluttershy reached into her purse having a bag of birdseed in it. She took a handful and tossed it onto the walk path. Suddenly, many birds from the park trees flew down to the ground and started collecting the seed. Spike saw Fluttershy smile as she watched the birds collect the seed. He thought to himself, "If I try to put my arm around her, would she freak? But then again, if I don't show her some form of comfort, that might make me look inconsiderate." He glanced at her again, while she continued to watch the birds. "Guess I'll just have to take that chance." He moved his arm closer to her before wrapping it around Fluttershy. When the girl suddenly felt the arm around her, she looked back at Spike. "Spike, sorry, I was just making sure you weren't cold or anything," Spike explained. "I'm all right," Fluttershy answered. "But this does feel good." "Really?" he asked. Of course, she smiled, as she laid her head down on Spike's shoulder. Spike noticed how comfy Fluttershy was and thought, "I did the right thing." He held her close as they sat some more. When nighttime came, the two were already back in the dorm. As they walked down the hall, Spike spoke. "Guess I'll see you tomorrow, Fluttershy." He was prepared to continue for his room, only for Fluttershy to grab his hand and pull him back. "Wait, Fluttershy, Spike asked in concern, as the shy girl spoke. Won't you please come in for some tea, she offered. Spike, seeing Fluttershy really didn't want him to turn in just yet, couldn't help but smile. All right. Fluttershy smiled, and opened the door to her room, letting both her and Spike in. Fluttershy's room was decorated with animal posters on the wall, and on her desk were little animal figurines. Her bedsheets and covers were green with butterfly designs. Just make yourself comfortable, and I'll get our tea ready, Fluttershy said, as she went to her room's kitchen. Spike sat down on her sofa. As he watched Fluttershy lean over into a cabinet, he gazed at her butt and blushed. Damn, that's sexy, he thought, before he quickly shook it off as Fluttershy turned around with a tray with 2 cups of tea. She sat down beside Spike and placed the tray on the coffee table. As they took sips in between their tea, Spike spoke. I'm really glad we had the chance to spend the day together, Fluttershy. So am I, Spike. She sipped her tea. She placed her cup down. Remember when you first came to the school? You and I had a close encounter with our lips. How could I forget? We ran from an entire mob of students, Spike said, and the two laughed. You know, to this day I still haven't regretted that accidental kiss. I know, and I also don't regret it, Fluttershy added, as she scooted closer to him. In fact, I'd like us to try it once more. What? Spike asked, as he suddenly realized Fluttershy was closer to him on the sofa. Spike, would you please kiss me? She pleaded. Fluttershy, haven't I done that before? Those were holidays and special occasions. I'd like this one to be a genuine kiss, she said, as she batted her innocent eyes at him. Spike thought, cute to the max. Well, Spike, will you? Fluttershy asked again. Spike, unable to withstand Fluttershy's innocence, answered. Okay, Fluttershy smiled as she threw her arms around Spike, causing him to fall onto the couch with his head lying atop one of the sofa arms. As he laid, Fluttershy and Spike were already lip-locked as they passionately made out. Spike stroked Fluttershy's long, beautiful hair with one hand, while his other occupied her waist. Eventually their lips broke as Fluttershy got off Spike so he could sit up. How was that for a genuine kiss? Spike asked. Better than I could have dreamed, Fluttershy answered dreamily. Spike answered, I'm glad you loved it. He noticed the clock reading 9. Whoa, is it that late? I guess I should get going now. He wanted to get up. Actually, Spike, I was wondering if you'd love to stay in my room tonight, she suggested. Stay in your room? Spike asked, taken aback. I know it doesn't sound right, but I really want to be with you tonight. Why, are you scared or something? Spike wondered. No, but there is something very important I wanted to ask you. Ask me what? Fluttershy trembled a bit, but contained herself before answering Spike. Spike, will you make love to me tonight? Spike sat there looking Fluttershy as if he lost his mind. Finally he spoke up. Fluttershy, did you just ask me to? Yes, Spike. Please sleep with me, she pleaded. Mentally Spike felt his brain explode like a firecracker, but finally spoke up again. What brought this on? I'm sorry, I know it was so sudden, but I just couldn't stand idly by any longer. You've been here at the school for so many months now, and every opportunity I got the chance of getting to know you with the rest of the girls, the more I've started falling for you. And now I'm more than certain my love for you is strong enough to help me go through with the idea of you and I making love. But I want to know from you, Spike. Are you ready? Am I ready? He asked and thought. After that night with Applejack and Rainbow Dash, I'm sure as hell more than ready. I just didn't expect Fluttershy out of any of them asking me if I wanted to do it. I think this bolder Fluttershy is something special. Remembering she was waiting for an answer, he finally gave her one. Well, Fluttershy, if you really want this, and I mean really want this, then I'd be willing to give it a shot too. Fluttershy's eyes widened with joy. You mean it? I do. Thank you, Spike. She suddenly remembered. Oh, I almost forgot. She went to her bed and pulled out a small box from underneath it. She opened the box and pulled out a small box of rubbers. Would it be okay if you wore protection? Spike was surprised that she had those on standby. How long have you? 3 days ago, actually. Yes, I had planned to ask you to do this with me, so I made sure to be prepared. How did you manage to buy those? It wasn't easy, plus I felt so awkward I had to buy a dozen animal figurines so as not to look too suspicious to the lady at the store, she explained. Spike thought about it and spoke. Well, if it's safe sex you want, then I'm all for it. Fluttershy smiled. Thank you, Spike. So how should we start? Spike asked as he got up. Let's start out by making out without our clothes, she suggested. Works for me. Spike noticed her uneasy look. Should I turn around while you? No, Spike. I want you to watch me, she answered. You do? Yes, please, don't look away, she pleaded. So Spike did not turn away and watched as Fluttershy started to undress herself. The shy girl started off by slipping out of her shoes and pulled her socks off. When she pulled her last sock off, she wiggled her toes that were glad to be free. Spike watched as she seductively wiggled her toes, while feeling his blood rush downward. Once her footwear was off, Fluttershy gripped the bottom of her sweater and started lifting it up. Spike watched as he could first see her midriff exposed, before it was lifted over her breasts contained in a green and practically transparent bra, and pushed her breasts up so much they looked enormous. Not that they already weren't. When Fluttershy pulled the sweater over her head, she dropped it to the floor. Finally, she undid her jeans and let them drop to the floor, revealing her green translucent panties. Spike saw Fluttershy stand before him in her undergarments, and his eyes trailed all over her body. Fluttershy, seeing this, spoke, "If you keep staring like that, I'm going to blush." "Sorry, Fluttershy, it's just you look so beautiful." Fluttershy blushed but contained herself before she turned out her light and turned on a nearby lamp that gave a greenish light glow to the room. Specifically the spot by the bed. "Nice job setting the mood," Spike admitted. "I try." She giggled. Spike watched as Fluttershy got on the bed and waited for him. So Spike started moving his own clothing as well, while the girl watched. When he was down to just his boxer shorts, he climbed onto the bed. "So how do you want to do this?" Spike wondered. "Can I be on top like before?" Fluttershy requested. "If you want," he answered. Fluttershy got on top of Spike as his breasts pressed firmly into his chest, making his face bright up. Fluttershy spoke. "Then let's continue where we left off." She started passionately making out with Spike on her bed. As they kissed, Spike wrapped his arms around her back, stroking it, while Fluttershy wrapped her arms around his head, pulling his face closer to hers. They passionately made out for a good 7 minutes, before parting their lips to take in air. "Spike, I'm ready for us to take it up." "You really are?" Spike asked. "Yes, I'm sure of it," she confirmed confidently. "That is, if you are," Spike answered. "Well, if you're so sure you're ready for this, then I am too." "Okay then," Fluttershy said. As she grabbed one of the rubbers from the pack, she removed it from the packet and proceeded to remove Spike's boxer shorts. Spike laid on the bed and did nothing as he let Fluttershy cover his manhood with the protection. He moaned as he felt it slid on him and spoke. "Okay, Fluttershy, it's on. Are you ready, Spike?" Fluttershy asked hopefully. "Ready as I'll ever be," he answered. "Okay then, please allow me to go first," she said before giving him a kiss. From the POV of the floor, Spike's boxers fell to it, followed by both Fluttershy's undergarments. Suddenly the bed started shaking and moving around as both Fluttery and Spike moaned in enjoyment. About an hour and 15 later, both Spike and Fluttershy laid under Fluttershy's covers, panting. Fluttershy looked over at Spike. "Spike, you were wonderful. You were amazing yourself, Fluttershy," he added. "Thank you for spending the night here with me." "Thank you for inviting me," he replied. "Well, we better get some sleep," Fluttershy suggested. "Right, but before that," Spike reached under the covers and pulled out his used rubber before shooting it like a basketball into Fluttershy's wastebasket. 2 points, Fluttershy giggled as she turned out her green light so the room was dark. She snuggled up with Spike and spoke. "Good night, Spike." Spike kissed her forehead. "Good night, Fluttershy."
しき君が